want y'all to understand something. I want you to understand how quickly the powers that be can isolate us from one another. There are a lot of other things that are taking place through all this that the media will purposefully not give any attention to. This is more than just a war against a virus. I don't want to bring any panic, but I think it's good that we're always the best informed that we can be. That it appears that the likelihood that this virus could have been laced with a military type technology. Whatever the case might be, we need to respond responsibly. Take a big breath. Breathe in, breathe out, and just know that God is with us, okay? God is with us. This did not surprise God. In fact, God has foretold many of these things. In the Old Testament, there was a man that had a dream. In fact, he was a king. And he couldn't determine the interpretation of the dream of 5 fat cows and 5 skinny cows, remember? And so God calls one that you would never think would be remembered to determine what the interpretation of this dream actually was. It's a great thing to read in the Bible. It's more than a story, it's an example for us today. And it has to deal with preparation. I think we're fools if we don't act responsibly in taking care of our families. These things are taking place. As Christ said, the birth pains would take place. So it's not a time for panic. It's a time for excitement, actually, because we're living in an age that is unlike any other age. A clip, a portion of church history that God chose you and I to participate in as a family, community of friends and family, that we can display to the world the peace that we have. My peace I give to you, not as the world giveth, but as I give unto you. So you can have joy in the midst of all these things that we are being surrounded with. I just want each one that I love to know that there's no need for panic. We are going to get through this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to thy own understanding. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will direct your paths. So how'd I end this in such a awkward moment in our history, okay? Where we feel like we're all withdrawn from one another, and that there's so much uncertainty and all of those things. God is with us. That means God's on our side. That God has a responsibility to take care of us, okay? And so my reason, again, for videoing all of you is so that I have your attention, okay? I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm just trying to say to each of you that there's no cause for what we're watching the world do right now, okay? It's absolutely going bonkers. I don't even have to go to town. The reports I get back from you all, just astound me, and what we're seeing on the news and on YouTube and Facebook and all of that. So let's go back just a moment. Let's go back to Pharaoh and Joseph, okay? By the way, that was 7 cows, 7 fat cows and 7 skinny cows, not 5. But anyway, if you want to look at that, it's in chapter 41 of Genesis later. But one of the first things that Daniel says to Pharaoh when Pharaoh brings him in to interpret the dream is he says that I can't do this for you. I can't do this for you. It's not within me to do it. But he says right immediately after that God can do it. And so God can give the peace to Pharaoh over all those disturbing dreams he was having and what he was to do as the nation's leader at that time, okay? The same way that God gives our leaders wisdom and guidance. And so it's incumbent upon us to pray for the leadership of our country, okay? That all these people make the right decisions to get us back to normalcy again, okay? Not misunderstanding, but there are also a lot of things that God is accomplishing through all this that are part of Bible prophecy, okay? And so I just want us all to, again, take those deep breaths when we begin to feel anxious because of what everything's going on around us, and just say, I know that God is with me. He'll never leave me nor forsake me. We have those promises. He is obliged to take care of us. So we're going to get through this together. Good time. Get the old Bible out and see what he's saying to us, not only collectively, but individually, okay? All the answers to life, every answer is in that book right there. Time to be reading our Bible, saying our prayers. And I know that he will listen and he will hear, okay? Love you. Bye.